What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are here and you can hear me loud and clear, please drop your ones in the chat. Please drop your ones in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Please drop your ones in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Can y'all hear me loud and clear out there? Drop your ones in the chat. Drop your ones, y'all, if y'all can hear me loud and clear. So we can get right into today's show. I need to know if y'all can hear me loud and clear. Okay, let me get some more ones, y'all. Let me get some more ones. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. I see people are coming through. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Just drop a one, y'all. Just drop a one. I don't want to get into the show and you guys can't hear me. Just drop a one if you hear. If you're here, just drop a one. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay. I got a couple of ones. Okay, I see y'all. I appreciate that. Let me get two more ones, y'all. Let me get two more people to say they can hear me. Let me get two more people that say they can hear me. Let me get two more ones, y'all. Let me get two more ones. We're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it. Hit the like button on the way in, too. Hit the like button on the way in, too. If you can hear me, hit the like button on the way in. Drop a one in the chat. Okay, I appreciate that. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit the like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in, man. Shout out to everyone. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building right now. Shout out to you guys, man. Salute to everyone that's in the chat. I'm going to shout everyone out. And then we're going to get into it today. We are going to get into it today because we have to talk about this, man. We have to talk about this. So let's see who's in the building. And then let's get to it. Shout out to Big Dice. Salute Dice. He said, let's go. Salute to DS1 and the Chizat. Shout out to my man Big Dice in the building. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Team Guardian. Salute. Shout out to Mark McJoy in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute. Clever Name. What's up, Clever Lane? Clever Name says, you can always tell someone ain't about that life, but them saying they are about that life. Real gangsters don't gotta tell you. Shout out to Clever Name. What's good, Clever Name? Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Sir Leo Puma in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Shout out to you. Glad you are in the building. I hope all is well with you. Good to see you. Phoenix Fish. What up, Phoenix Fish? What's going on with you, brother? Salute to you. Salute, salute. Shout out to Benjamin Thomas in the building. Salute, Benjamin. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Salute. See who else is in the building. Man, shout out to everyone that's in the clouds. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. Shout out to everyone that's coming through. We got another great show lined up for you guys today. So make sure y'all support the show by hitting the like button and sharing today's show. Share the show, y'all. Share it on your community tabs, Facebooks, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you share content, man. Share today's show. Share today's show, man. Share today's show. Man, but before we get into it, right? This American government class, y'all. Man, it is so boring. I'm gonna just say it again, y'all. It's boring. It really is, man. Only thing I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that I do like about it. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that I do like about my American government class, right? I do like some of the discussion topics and the topics that we got to write for our assignments. I think those are a little interesting, but just the overall structure of the class, like how the professor structured the class and things of that nature, it's very boring. It's very boring. But we're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. What up, Fred G? What's good, Fred G? Salute, salute. Hey, Cynical. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Right? Shout out to everyone, man. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone. Man, y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. You might be about that life, but life ain't about that. Oh, we gonna talk about it today. What up, Bruce? Shout out to Bruce Wayne in the building. Salute, Bruce. And I think this is something us brothers need to talk about because and if you're in the building, do me a favor and answer the poll. Do me a favor and answer the poll. Right. Fred G says, I ain't about that life. Me either. Me either. But I think this is something that us brothers definitely need to talk about because I think today a lot of the conversation is focused on the youth and bashing the youth and saying that it's the youth's fault and the youth is doing this and the youth is doing that, right? But I think that a lot of what the youth has done and is doing now is a lot of what they saw. A lot of what they saw. You see? And see, y'all got to remember too, it's different type of characters on the block. We're going to talk about it. Shout out to Champ in the building. Salute, Champion. Shout out to my man Elicino in the building. Salute, OG. Salute to you, man. There's a lot of characters on the block. There's a lot of different characters. If you ever was outside and whatever, you know that there's different personalities, different types of dudes, you know? And what a lot of us don't realize is you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's taking a liking to what you do and how you do it. You see? So this is why I think this is a conversation that we need to have, brothers. And that the Gen Zs, guys like my guy Zuma, the Gen Alphas that come through and watch the content, they need to see older guys, and guys of all different facets of the hood. Because like I said, it's different characters on the block. And correct me if I'm wrong, Big Dice. We got Big Dice in the building. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's different personalities on the block. See, everybody just characterizes gangster. Okay, Fred G. So you, shout out to my man Fred G. You a Gen Z. Shout out to my guy Fred G. Right? Shout out to my brother, the underrated one in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Champ says, somebody's always watching. Dice says, talk. Shout out to Mr. D in the building. Salute, salute, salute. So I think that they need to see this type of conversation being had. And I'm going to play a video a little later with, ex-street guy. Because, I don't know what it is, but a lot of guys who come home, a lot of them, they jump on YouTube or they jump on social media. And I understand what it is too. They trying to make some positive income. And I salute those guys, man, who get on here, who get on YouTube, who get on Instagram, and they just start trying to do something right. I think a lot of the young guys need to see more of that. You see? Because at the end of the day, you might be about that life. But what happens when you find out that life ain't about that? And we should be tired as men, right? We should be tired of seeing other men, other young men that got to get 20, 30, 40, 50 years to realize that life ain't about that. You about that life. Yeah, you one of those. Yeah, you a stepper. But what happens when you make that step? You step on that, you make that step, and then you never step out of prison again. Does it really have to take that? See, because what a lot of these younger brothers don't understand is that the difference, right, from back then and now, because y'all young brothers always like to say it's different now, and that's the truth. Because guess what? We used to say that too. It's different now. But let me tell you what's different now, in case you don't know, because this is something that a lot of you young brothers don't know. When we talking about it's different now. You want to know what's different now? The charges are different now. The punishment is a lot harsher now. You see, them old dudes that you say don't matter, guess what? They was able to go do 20, 25 years and still come home and have a life. That's not going to happen for you and your friends. That's what's different now. See, and y'all young brothers, y'all not talking about that. See, them old niggas that y'all try to make fun of, that y'all say is broke and washed up and all of that, they still got time to make a life for themselves. When the judge bang the gavel on you and your homies, y'all never walking out of prison again. So who's the loser now? You rather be 50 years old in prison or 50 years free and broke? Ask yourself this, young brothers. Think about this after you get the ranting about the old niggas. See, them old niggas could still come home and raise their grandchildren. You might not even get to have any. This is why we need to have this conversation. See, that's the difference. See, and you and your homies don't talk about that. See? Even some of my friends, the millennials, I got friends that done did 10 years in prison, 12 years in prison, 15 years in prison. But guess what? They home. They not giving y'all 15. They starting y'all at a dub. 20 to life. That's where they starting with you and your homies at. See the change? That's what's changed too. Yeah, y'all making money faster. Y'all doing shit quicker and getting more money quicker than the older dudes and all of that. And guess what else you're doing quicker? Going to prison for the rest of your life. Getting killed faster. See, this is what y'all not realizing. Y'all dying faster. Y'all dying faster. Yeah. The young boys in our era, they was making money. Y'all dying. See the difference? They could sit on a block and hustle all day and even go to sleep. Y'all dying. 16, 14, 13, dead. No money. 19, you catch a 40-year bid. You see the difference about that? See, that wasn't happening to us like that. That wasn't happening to us like that. That's the difference too. Penalties are a lot harsher. Young brothers, you may not ever come home for being a stepper. Them old niggas who were steppers, they home being called papa, grandpa, granddaddy. Hey, granddad, look. Granddad, play basketball with me. You gonna be in jail forever, little homie. You ain't even gonna have a chance to have grandchildren because you didn't have a chance to have a child, little homie. You see the difference? You didn't have a chance to have a baby. So how you gonna see your grandchildren? Them old niggas is grandfathers. They at home raising their grandchildren, going to theme parks, going to Disney World. You gonna be in prison, fam. See the difference? The previous generations had chances to fuck up. This is what we trying to get y'all to realize. Y'all don't have no room to fuck up. You really don't. You see the difference? Y'all don't get that much rope before you hang yourself. See, the dudes that was even older than us, them niggas was cowboys. They was cowboys. That's how much rope they had before they hung before a judge hung them. Oh, they was able to do some shit. Multiple robberies, multiple shootings, burglaries, carjackings. He done got caught with wild grams of crack, went on the run, got caught with a gun, bailed out again, went on the run again. You think y'all could do that? You think y'all could do that? You think you're gonna catch a body and get 20? Like the old niggas that y'all laugh about? They was catching bodies, getting a dub. 25 to life. They caught 3 bodies. They came home in 26 years. They killed 3 people. Grandpa! Y'all never coming home off 1. Smackaroo off 1. You see the difference? You and gang, RICO, smack, never coming home. Everybody with football numbers. Everybody starts with running back numbers, 28 years. That's the lowest on the indictment. That's what's happening to y'all. 28, that's the lowest. He got Jamal Anderson from the Falcons number, 32. Everybody else got wide receiver numbers, 89. See what they did to GS9? They gave them boys lineman numbers, 98 years, 97 years. Smoked them. What you think gonna happen to you, stepper? I'm trying to tell him, Big Dice. They gave them boys lineman numbers. A-Rod and Rashad and all them boys. They gave them boys Michael Irvin numbers. They gave Rashad them 100 linemen. Warren Sapp, 99 years. Smoke them boys. Because you might be about that life, but life ain't about that. See, is it going to have to take you getting Tony Saragusa lineman numbers for you to realize that life ain't about that? Life ain't about that, homie. And guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all something that y'all might not even believe. The gangsters. Hey, Shatera, how you doing? SCBM in the building. What's good, SCBM? He said, you're not lying, bro. Boomers and Gen X got plenty of chances. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Those was our uncles and grandfathers. Come on. Our great uncles and grandfathers. Now, many of our uncles, he done did 30 years in prison out of his whole life. He done did half his life in prison. Come on, SCBM. They don't understand that. Even the millennials got chances. 6-5 splits. You get caught with a gun, you be on probation for 5 years and you do 6 months. That was in our time, the millennial era. Doing a little 1 to 3 for the hammer, get caught with some crack, do a little 3 months, or say, or if it ain't too much, you could say you smoke it and they put you in a program. That was millennial shit. That was during our era. They smacking y'all young boys. Right. What up, Cutthroat? Salute. William refrigerator numbers. They not playing with y'all. Hey, Oz, how you doing? Remember the video you played with youngin and that was okay with going to jail? Many of Yag thugs, they having a slumber party in the pen. Oh yeah, I saw those pictures, Oz. I saw those pictures. They having fashion shows, runway model shows. Yeah, it's nasty work, Oz. I've saw those videos floating around. Yeah, it's nasty work. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I've saw those videos, Oz. But at the end of the day, we're gonna get into this video, right? Because see, being about that life, right? It comes in many different forms. Because once you really become about that life, right? If you really was about that life at one point, you realize that that life is a trick bag. You realize that all of that shit is smoke and mirrors. You realize that all of the glorification of being a street cat and being a gangster and being about that life, all of that shit is smoke and mirrors. All that shit becomes smoke and mirrors. And you hear these guys, I'm real this, I'm the real that, I'm the big this, I'm the realest one. And you realize that shit be smoke and mirrors. You realize that the ones you thought was the realest are the fakest, are the ones that are playing character the most. You realize that all this street shit is fucking cosplay. It's cosplay. It's niggas dressed up like they in Halloween. It's cosplay. I'm gonna do a whole show about that shit. Being a gangster is something made up. That was something Hollywood made up. It's cosplay. The streets is not real. When they get the, it's real out there. What's real out there? What's real? You really died? You think your homies died for something real? You believe that? Honestly, be real with yourself. You really believe that? Or what's real is the fact that now that you still alive, you ain't a part of it no more. If it was so real, then why you ain't a part of it no more? Why it don't resonate with you no more? How you outgrow something that was real? Hmm? Hmm? What up, Zuma? Shout out to my guy Zuma Duma in the building. He said the risk to reward is, to be honest, it's not real, bro. You know it ain't real. And this is what I believe hurts guys the most. Stop the violence. Absolutely. I appreciate that, Cajun tacos. I never had a Cajun taco either. Champ says Thug Theater. Think about this, y'all. All of this. Oh, I'm real. I'm a real one. A real what? When you realize that, yeah, I'm about that life, but life ain't about that. What happens when you realize that? This is why you got a lot of guys who used to, you know, identify with being the street cat, with being a gangster. And then they go to prison and they come home and they tell you that that's not who they are. It is because what they realized is that, yeah, I may be about that life, but that ain't what life is about. And you know why that's not what life is about? Because what my brother Underrated Darkness said, it's not real. See, what's real is the fact that you done killed 1 million people, right? Let's just say you a stepper. And then you die from cancer. How about that? How about them apples? All the gangsters that died from COVID. Yeah, them street niggas back in the day used to have them bricks. Yeah, niggas got hit with that COVID. They was about that life. They forgot what life was about. They forgot what life was really about. See, this is why I say that shit is not real. It's cosplay. Because these guys get caught up in this world where they believe that everything they're projecting is real when they don't realize it's just a projection. Because your mind is like a projection screen. You know the projection screens? Your mind is like that. And when you in the streets and you driving them cars and you getting that bag and them girls like you and them girls telling you, yeah, you to this and you to that, you start projecting that this shit is real. This is why when you hear these guys talk about it, and shout out to my guy Big Dice, because this is what I love about listening to you, Dice. You make the shit cinematic. The way you talk about your street tales and the shit that you and your team used to be on, you make it cinematic. Young dudes who know that you was really about that life, they'll listen to it because you make it cinematic. It's like you projecting it on a screen from your mind. From your mind, you're projecting it because your mind is a projection screen. And I could tell by how you spit that shit, Dice, that at that time, you really believed it was real. You believed everything about the streets. Nobody could tell you that shit wasn't real. Nobody couldn't tell you that. I could tell by how you talk about it. I could tell you was in it for real. You was not just in it physically, but psychologically. You was in it. Like I'm with the shits all the way. Because if you're not in it mentally, you're not really in it. See, you could just stand outside. You could just be from the block. But if you're not involved, where your name is being brought up and stuff, and yeah, there's a certain psyche you gotta have. And when you talking dice, I can hear it. Like, oh yeah, this nigga was really there. He was really on it. Just like I hear now when I hear you spit it, Big Dice, I hear the remorse and the regret. I hear the remorse and the regret. And the understanding that y'all, you and all your real niggas who y'all considered real niggas, how y'all got bamboozled. When I hear you talk, I hear it. Like, yo, man, we got bamboozled. We had knowledge of self, and we fell for that. We knew we had the math, we had the science. We knew who dropped the drugs off. We knew who created the hood. We knew, and we still fell for this shit. We still let them convince us to be drug dealers and to kill our own fucking people. We still let them do that. We still let them do it. We still let mass incarceration affect us. When we knew all of this, niggas was building on this in the ciphers. The guards taught us this about the plan they got for the black man. How they criminalize him through his image and all of that shit. And niggas fell for it anyway. Niggas fell for it anyway. See that? We knew all the diabolical plans and what they was trying to do and fell for them anyway. That should be a wake-up call within itself. Constant harassment from the police. Dice, the soundtrack to y'all life told y'all was going to get harassed by the police, Dice. The soundtrack to y'all life, the music y'all was listening to, told y'all what was going to happen. Poverty had a major impact. Stop the violence. Had a major impact. Major impact. 77 precinct, the Padmore crew. Man, listen. That's a diabolical precinct. Them some diabolical people, man. And what's crazy about 77 precinct, over the years, they've gotten worse. They haven't gotten any better. Since I was watching them chase my older homies through my block, which will remain confidential, right? Them people got worse up in that precinct. Nah, rest in peace to Sean Price. How you doing, Rain? Rest in peace to Sean Price. Big Brooklyn. Yeah, in Brooklyn, 77th precinct in Brooklyn at CBM. Oh, I know you know, bro. I know you know, big bro. Yep. Yup. Mike Paul, man, he's a so when I say, right, that you may be about that life, but life ain't about that. It's not that dudes is trying to preach and and dudes just trying to tell dudes what to do. And nah, man. No. It's never about that. It's never about that. We trying to let y'all young brothers know that the ride, the joy ride that you experience in the streets ends around the corner for y'all. Because see, let me keep it 1,000. And y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. The big bros and the OGs in the chat. But let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all young brothers who may not know this, may not understand this. Everybody who get out in the street and do street shit and be a part of the streets and be down on the block and all of that, a lot of them don't do it because they had to. A lot of these guys didn't have to hustle, didn't have to rob, didn't have to steal. Some of these guys did it to be down. You know, some of these guys actually came from decent, hardworking people who provided for them. But your environment will influence you to do shit that will affect your life. You see? So when we tell y'all that a lot of y'all don't have to do what y'all are doing, it's not because we just trying to tell y'all some shit. It's because we know your mama, boy. Your mama work for transit. She drive the goddamn train. Why you out here breaking in people's houses? Why you out here robbing people? Your mama worked for transit, nigga. You had all the Jordans when you was a little baby. Why are you trying to portray this life that's not good for anyone? See, in our generation, because I'm not gonna say back in the day, because I ain't that old, man. Right? But in my era, the older dudes, I'm gonna just say this. You had to have permission to be on the block. You had to have permission to be out on the block. And what I mean by be on the block, if you know, you know. You had to have permission. It wasn't no, I'm from over here, so I'm gonna just come out and no. Mm-mm. And it wasn't just about controlling money and none of that, and controlling territory. It wasn't about that. It was also a form of protection that y'all young boys today don't have. Y'all don't have that. A lot of y'all don't have that. See, there's an entry. There were requirements that you had to have and certain prerequisites before you just walked outside and started doing shit. For one, they had to know you. And what I mean by they had to know you, they had to know you and they had to know your family. Number two, if you come from a good family, guess what they gonna tell you? Take your ass in the house. We know your mama, your grandmother, your grandmother is Miss such and such. And I'll be damned if your grandmama come out here and kill us because we got you out here hustling. Get away from us. You can't even stand with us. You can't stand over here. You miss such and such grandson. That lady will kill us. Get from over here, man. What you doing over here? Y'all don't have that. See, that wasn't to shit on y'all. That was a level of protection. That was a level of protection. See, y'all don't understand that. Y'all think somebody trying to tell y'all what to do. Oh, they trying to shit on us. They don't want us to get no money. No. No. That was that last line of protection before you jumped off the porch and ain't no jumping back on. See, when them handcuffs get put on you and you get put in the back of that car, now it's time for you to deal with whatever the fuck you got to deal with by yourself. You see that? This is why a lot of y'all young guys in this generation are snitches. Because when y'all get put in the back of that car, y'all don't know what's going to happen. And everything start going through your mind and you get scared. And you ain't even get to jail yet. You just at the precinct. See? See? Then you wonder why y'all snitching on the homies. Y'all all telling on each other. Y'all telling on each other. Y'all backdooring each other. It's because y'all don't have the prerequisites. Because y'all want to get rid of the older guys. Because y'all want to be lawless. Because you think being about that life is being lawless. And then you find out the hard way that life ain't about that. Life ain't nothing that you think it is. Ask little D-Thing. Shout out to D-Thing and them. Ask K-Flock. They trying to railroad K-Flock. Do y'all know that? Didn't I tell y'all when I did some streams about 2 years ago, and I was letting y'all know the RICO cases that was getting ready to hit New York City. Who remembers this? I did streams about this, and I told y'all the same sweep that they did with the young brothers in Chicago, they getting ready to do it in New York. They did it with Chicago drill. Now they doing it with New York drill. I told y'all this shit was coming. K-Flock, D-Thang, all of them. They trying to sweep them boys. All the Blicky gang indictment, the Wave gang indictments, all them indictments. RICO laws. RICO cases. Who remember them streams? Larry Vaughn says, yeah. Club says, I remember. Shout out to my man Club in the building. We talked about this. We talked about this. The ATL sweep too. We talked about this. It started with Chicago drill. See? And what all these young boys talk about? Not having no big homies. Nobody could tell them nothing. Bro says, I do, bro. Salute. The Philly sweeps, they still sweeping Philly up. Club, they still sweeping Philly up. They got some more indictments about to hit them boys in Philly. They trying to get Uzi and them crew. That's who they trying to get. They trying to smoke Uzi and them crew. They already hit P&B. They already hit P&B in them with a RICO case. P&B Rock brother and his team. They caught a RICO case. Yeah, they tried to hit Dream Chasers with one. Why do you think they wasn't trying to let Meek out of jail? They was trying to put pressure on him to tell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, you might be about that life, but life ain't about that, man. Life ain't about that. And what a lot of you young brothers need to understand. Oh, Memphis. Oh. They about to close the case on Memphis, Zuma. Bro, I know you've been paying attention. They about to already wrap Memphis up. They about to wrap them up. They done unalived Yo Gotti brother, Big Jook. They about to wrap them boys up. What's his name? Jay Fizzle and them boys. Yeah, they about to wrap them up. They about to line all them up. All of them. They all about to go to jail. But see, the thing is, Zuma, and with Memphis, right, is they want Yo Gotti. They want Yo Gotti. See, they didn't want Dolph to die. They didn't want Dolph to die. They wanted Dolph to go to prison. They want Yo Gotti in prison. They want him in prison. And once they're able to connect Gotti and them to what happened to Dolph, and it's looking like that's what they're going to do, because I think, and it's my opinion, Zuma, right? I think Big Jook told. That's why he got knocked down. Because think about it, Zuma. They knocked Big Jook down at a funeral, at a family funeral at that. They ain't knock him down at a gangster or, a stepper funeral. They knocked him down at a family funeral. So I'm thinking Jook told. He told the feds that Gotti gave the money to Govan, right? Govan Hernandez, which was the rap girl who got killed in Houston. That was her pops. What was the rapper girl who was with Trippie Redd and them? What was her name? Somebody put it in the chat. What was the girl name? That was Govan Hernandez's daughter. That was Govan's daughter. When Govan was in prison, they killed his daughter in Texas. So I think Jook told, and they're gonna wrap Memphis up, man. They're gonna wrap it up. So let me play this video real quick, man. Let's get to this video real quick, because I want y'all to give me y'all honest take on what he's saying. Shout out to my man Gotham City God, man. Salute. You know, bro be having some good messages, man. He be having some good messages. He call it Gotham Ghetto Gospel. So shout out to him. Y'all can follow him on the gram, and y'all can follow him on YouTube too. He got a YouTube channel. He got a podcast coming. The link is in the description box if y'all want to follow him. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this.
To make sure, like, my friends that didn't choose the streets, the ones that we consider to be squares, like, I always try to make sure I tell them how proud of them I am, because they the strong ones, they the tough guys, they the ones who didn't break. Most of us broke early in life, man. We fell to the pressure, we fell to the temptation, and they came outside the same hood and walked past the same temptation, all the shit that's going on, the peer pressure, and they stayed focused. They stayed focused. They ain't let that shit break them. All the girls calling them lames, not wanting to give them no pussy because they considered to be a square and corny and all that shit, and they still stayed on course. They didn't break. Then you got us that going in and out of jail, and we come home and motherfuckers praise us like we did something so good. Like, oh, what you did? Oh, because you ain't tell. Like, oh, yeah, because you was so ignorant. You was ignorant on a high level. We rewarding you, huh? They go some clothes and some money in your pocket. Welcome home. But homie who just did 4 years in college, we ain't got shit for him. And I'm talking about me. Because it's dudes that went to college, came back and seen me, and I ain't have nothing for them. Yo, what's up, yo? I'm proud of you, bro. But my man who come home from jail, niggas trying to figure out how to scramble up some money to get them some outfits and all this shit, man. Straight ass backwards shit. And the ones who we consider to be the squares is the ones that always show up in the end. Those is the real friends. The square ones is the ones that always come and show up in the end and hold you down. They deserve their flowers. They are the real ones, man. Always try to make sure, like, my friends that didn't choose.
Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. Hey, Miss L'Oreal, I didn't see you. I'm sorry about that. Shout out to you, Miss L'Oreal, one of my lovely lady mods that always come through and hold down the Chizat. Thank you so much, Miss L'Oreal. Shout out to you. My apologies. I didn't see you, but shout out to you. I hope all is well with you. Salute, salute, salute. What up, Kills? Salute, man. Handling in the building. What up, Handling? What's good? What's good? So y'all, what y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Larry Vaughn says, I was having a conversation earlier about how nowadays dudes acting like it's shameful to have a big homie. Yeah, it is. It is. Zuma says it's been a civil war between CMG and PRE since Dolph got knocked. You watching the power vacuum dynamic. That's why shit is so hot right now. Folks fighting for control. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Jason? Mythical and Fights. What's good, Mythical and Fights? The streets don't love no one. Facts. Facts. JR Meadows in the building. Salute, JR Meadows. No doubt. No doubt, Miss L'Oreal. Champ says he had an honest perspective. JR Meadows says that's definitely facts. Salute to Outrageous TV. Salute, my brother. Salute. Handler said that's real spill. I one did the same thing. The ball did. Giving that knock something, but just was hum. Yup. That's true. That's true. Dudes would be real quick to help a street dude before they help a dude that's actually doing something right. And this is that video is what prompted me to do today's show. That you may be about that life, but life ain't about that. What happens when you was that street guy, but the person who helped you get on your feet, the person that has been there for you the most, not just the most, but in dire times, weren't your street friends? Y'all don't notice that? To the guys who've been on the block. When you really need something, can you go to your homies? If you need help with your rent right now, if you need some emergency groceries right now, you gonna call your homie you used to bang out with? Or you gonna call your mans that work at the law firm? Be honest. I'm talking to the gangsters. Who you gonna call? Huh? You gonna call gang? Can you call gang to stop the goddamn power company from turning your lights off? Can you call gang? You a OG from the block. You a big homie. Everybody know you. Can you call any of them niggas to help you get out of the motherfucking bed if you couldn't? Huh? Any of them niggas that was about that life? Are they about real life? You can't get out the bed. Are you about real life? Because that's real life. Yeah, y'all went and shot up blocks together. Nigga, you can't even get up off the bed. That nigga won't come help you. That nigga won't come help you. He ain't got nothing for you. But supposedly, he would have took a bullet for you. But now you can't get out the bed. He won't help you come get up. Where's the gangsters at? Huh? When you on bed rest. When you need some soup, nigga. Where's the gangsters? Oh, the gangsters are only there when you need guns and bullets and bulletproof vests. They only there for war. They ain't never there for peace. Let me say that again. The gangsters are always there for war. They ain't never there for peace. When you going through some shit, could you call them niggas to cry with you? Or they gonna, no, hey, man, I ain't, you don't be having me crying, nigga, I'm hanging up. But you could call your homie who never was on shit that you grew up with. Remember him? That walked away from all the dice games, that stood back in the way. Remember him? He just sat there and watched. Remember him? Remember him? Remember, he ain't never try to make no fast money. Remember him? He just went to work and came home. Walked past everybody with his Chinese food. It's popping outside in the summertime. Everybody outside. He walking past everything with his food coming in from work. Remember him? Remember him? You know the guy you don't even notice when he go shopping. He just walk past you with the bags. Oh, that nigga? Man, he ain't nobody. Oh, that nigga? Remember him? Remember him? See, we're going to talk real shit today. Hit that like button. We're going to talk reality. We're not going to talk gangster shit because that's not reality. That's a false reality. Remember him? Cutthroat said he remembers. Reginald Morton says he's alive. Good point. Tanisha says, hey, Tanisha. She says, gangsters aren't going to take care of your family when you're in jail either. Some of them do, Tanisha. Some of them do. Some of them do. So let's not totally write them off because some of them do. Some guys actually do take care of the family. Some guys do. But they're only there for war. They're never there for peace. They're never there for peace. They're never there when real life happens. How many of them gangster niggas know your kids? Huh? They your child godfather? Huh? I bet he ain't. We're going to talk real life. Because you might be about that life, but life ain't about that. Life ain't about that. You want to go to every cookout with a gun on you? Huh? See, he ready for that. Come on now. Come on now. Cody Thomas says, the guys that say, I'll take care of your family is already sleeping in the bed with your baby mom. Damn. Now that might be a fact. Damn. Reginald says, that ain't living. But you know, it takes, see, this is what happens with a lot of guys, a lot of men. And let's just be honest, because a lot of us was like this as little boys. It took for the fire to burn your ass for you to know it's fire. How many of y'all was one of them little boys? How many of y'all was one of them? Hey, boy, you see that fire? Move back. Move back. Oh, it ain't hot. You probably was one of them little boys. Oh, it ain't hot. It ain't hot. Playing around the grill, lighting firecrackers in your hand. It ain't hot. Boom. Now you walk around with a nub or some shit. Because you one of them. You one of them. It gotta, you gotta feel it. Forget just seeing it and smelling it. You gotta touch it. You one of them little boys. Oh, that shit ain't hot. You know them little boys. See, I grew up with some badass little boys. They stand up good men now, but they was bad. We all standing around. He's sitting there playing with the lighter. Oh, this shit ain't hot. This shit ain't hot, boy. Oh, shit. Oh, I almost burnt my whole hand. He one of them. He one of them. I ain't surprised if that wasn't you, Kills. I ain't surprised. Do you start walking like, you know them bad little boys? They think this gonna stop it from hurting? Then he wrap his hand up in his shirt and be walking like this? Your little badass. It gotta burn you. You ain't just gotta smell it to know it's fire, see the fire. It gotta burn you. That's just some people, y'all. That's just some of us, y'all. It really is. You know, some people are just like that. That's how some people psyche actually works. It's a psychological thing. Yeah, them Roman candle fights. Kill said I was smoking cigarettes at 8. I was stressed out. Nah, you was bad as hell. You wasn't stressed out. You was bad. Right. Kareem, go sit your ass down somewhere, boy. Right. He just bad. You wasn't stressed out. You was just bad. It was bad, bro. It's your environment. It's just bad. I grew up with little boys like that, man. I grew up with little boys like that. They was just bad. You know? Especially if you was a millennial, or Gen Xer, you got like a lot of us, we grew up in, I wouldn't say a lot of us grew up in unstable households, but a lot of shit was going on around us. You know, a lot of shit was going on around us. A lot of shit was going on around us outside, in our houses, in our friends' houses. You know, so when we went and spent the night out, they moms probably having a card game, so we running all through the house, and you know, that's how we grew up. So you gonna have some badass kids that want to be the leader, that's gonna have us climbing gates and shit like that, running and stealing shit. That environment breeds that shit. It does. And what's crazy, y'all, is I'm learning that now. I'm learning that your environment really can create a behavior. It doesn't have to be somebody actually teaching you something, or you actually watching people do what you doing. It's just the environment itself. If a child or children isn't in a structured environment, you see what I'm saying? Then it's gonna breed that. It's gonna breed it. Like, this is perfect example of that is a lot of kids that grew up and they fathers were mob bosses. They never knew that they grew up in a criminalized family because the environment was structured. You see, they went to private school. It wasn't no arguing and a bunch of dysfunction in the house. They grew up in a structured environment. So this is why you had Sammy the Bull Gravano daughter on Mob Wives on her first season saying that she never knew her father was a hitman. She thought her father did construction because she had a normal life. She didn't understand why her father was in prison. She didn't know. She found out that she grew up in a criminal family from going to school and other kids telling her, you know your father's a killer? Do you know your father's a hitman? This is how she found out. Go and look it up. She talked about it. She talked about it. She didn't know that she came from a criminal family. She didn't know. Because she grew up normal. She had everything she wanted. She didn't understand why her father was in prison. She didn't know it was anything criminal. Her mother didn't tell anything or nothing like that. I appreciate that, Guts. I appreciate that. That's why you watching me. Shout out to you. Reginald says some people have to change their surroundings to be better and have a better life. Absolutely. Absolutely. That plays a major part in how children are socialized. And it shapes and molds the psyche of a child as well. So if you grow up in a wild environment, don't be surprised if you're a wild child or if you have a wild side, you know, because you have some kids who's able to see things and mirror it and act it out. And then you have some kids who see some crazy traumatic stuff and they internalize it. And one day they just have an episode and release it. So it's different. It's different. Shout out to Robert Platinum in the building. Yup, Karen from Mobwise. Right. But see, this is a conversation that needs to be had amongst men because we need to show these younger generations the difference. Not just the obvious differences, the money, the fame, the flossing, no. Because what you're doing is you only highlighting the good parts of the streets. You see? And a lot of that stuff comes from the older cats that was in the streets. Because what they do is they tell their glory stories. They don't tell their horror stories. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you how when they first got locked up in the goddamn cell, when they went up north, they cried. See, they don't tell you that part. They tell you how they was cutting people when they was the big homie and the big this and the big that, but they ain't tell you how his goddamn pillow was soaked every night. See, they don't tell you that part. So this is why you young guys only highlight the glory side of the game. And this is what y'all chase. Cause y'all didn't hear the nightmares. Y'all ain't hear the nightmares. Homie went up north and lost his baby mama and cried for 6 months straight. A lot of his rage and a lot of his incidents on his reports and tickets came from him getting mad because he heard another nigga in the background when he was on the phone with his daughter. That's why he went and started knocking people out and doing all that. Because he heard he heard Big Mike in the background. Yo, who that nigga deep ass voice in the back? Don't worry about that. You in jail, nigga. See, they ain't tell you that story. See, the big homie ain't tell you that. The big homie ain't tell you how he was crying up north because he lost his girl. The big homie ain't tell you that. That's why he started cutting everybody. He wasn't cutting everybody because he was gangster and he was repping the set. He went on a cutting spree because Big Mike was in the room when he called. Big Mike was sitting at the edge of the bed taking his Timbs off. Yo, who that? Yeah, see, they ain't tell you that. And that's the problem that I have with a lot of you so-called OGs and y'all big homies. That's the problem I have with y'all. When I say y'all be misleading the youth, y'all don't tell the horror stories. You don't tell them young boys that gangsters really cry. And y'all really cry over shit that they think niggas ain't supposed to cry over. See, y'all don't tell that. Y'all don't tell that side of the game. Y'all don't tell the ugly truth. I gotta shout out Big Dice again, because that's what he do. He tell you. See that? See? That phone call distress box. L'Oreal says, man, mind your business. You talking to me. Don't worry about it. What she saying on the phone? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Don't worry about it. And that shit kills dudes. That kills dudes. When a woman tell you, don't worry about it. It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. When this could be your girl. This could be your girl. She got an attitude with you. And you ask her some shit and she be like, don't worry about it. A nigga heart drop. That shit be like, don't worry about it. That's why you think dudes be snapping out off shit like that. Because it's like, whoa. Like you just got punched in your chest. You know how the older dudes in your family used to punch you in the chest when you was little? We used to get chest shots. We wake up in the morning, good morning, boof. That's how that shit make a grown man buckle. Don't worry about it. He ain't telling you that though. That's why we need to have these conversations. This is why the younger guys need to see us being honest. They need to see brothers sitting around being honest, not sitting around peacocking, having a dick measuring contest, trying to see who had the most money when they was in the street. That's not what they need to see. They need to see niggas sitting down having real life conversations. You know, with a nigga telling you what's real, like a Unique Mecca Audio. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. He tell you real stories about his life. And he even said it, that gangster shit ain't real. What's real is now that I'm home and I'm a man and I got a second chance at life. That's what's real. All that other shit ain't real. That was part of a movie. Why you think the gangsters come home and make movies about their life? Because they realize that gangster shit is a role. You playing a role in somebody else's movie called Hollywood. Michael Scorsese. That's what all you niggas is doing. That's participating in criminality. You are playing a role for Michael Scorsese and them niggas. That's what you doing. What you think the rappers do? They're imitating gangster life. They're playing a role. They're acting. I got to do a whole show about this, man. See, the gangsters know after they come home like a unique Mecca Audio who did 30 years. They know it's a role and they ain't getting no money from it. That shit was a loan. All that drug money was a loan. Because half them lost all their money trying to fight the case. Or like what Rollo was just talking about in his interview. He left millions of dollars with dudes in the street. They ran off with his money while he was in prison. see, all of that shit is not real. That's why they come home and film movies. Why do you think they get into films? Because they like, well, shit, we done made Hollywood in the penal system all this goddamn money. Because do you know Hollywood? You know what Hollywood could do, Kills? Did you know Hollywood? They take criminal profiles from FBI shit and they could create scripts from it. Do you know what's the show? Snowfall. That was about Freeway Rick. That was the life of Freeway Rick Ross. Snowfall. Yeah. So yeah, they really put us in the trick bag. Trick bag shit. Trick bag shit. Wolf of Wall Street. Trick bag shit, man. Come on, man. Come on, Kills. What do you think give these lames the ideas for them to come up with these characters? Come on, man. Come on. Why you think, why you, right, they've been doing it for a long time. Facts. Why do you think a lot of the guys who were higher up on the food chain in criminality, when they get interviewed, why you think they always tell you, oh yeah, they made that movie about me. Oh yeah, they was talking about me in that part of the movie. They was talking about me in this movie. Why you think you always hear that? Why do y'all think y'all always hear that? Guys who were higher up in the ranks in the criminal world. Oh yeah, that movie was about me. Oh yeah, that show was about me. Why you think you always hear it? This world is crazy, man. And see, as men, it's our job to sit around each other and to educate one another. That's what building is. That's what the gods meant by building. Y'all not sitting around shooting the shits. That's not building. Building is when men are sitting around each other, passing off information, bouncing information off each other, bringing up community problems and talking about ways we can solve this shit. That's building. That's a cipher. A cipher ain't all of us smoking Zaza talking about the fucking football game. That's not building. That's not a cipher. That's nigga shit. Because jail niggas do it. Sit around each other and smoke K2 and just talk about dumb shit. That's not building, bro. That's not a cipher. See, men getting together and having conversations like this. You might be about that life, but life ain't about that. See, that's a bill. That's a bill. That's a bill. That's why I titled a wake up call. Life ain't about that, man. You giving these people something to write a movie about, man. Why don't we just write the movie? Why don't we just tell our own story? Stop letting them tell it for us. But they could tell it for us if we play in the roles that they want us to play. See how this works? You see how this works? Definitely, Robert Platinum. It definitely is some serious people out here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Reginald Morton says, sit around 5 millionaires. You bound to become the 6th. That's easier said than done, my brother. How you even get around a millionaire? Give us the game. Tell us how to get around 5 millionaires. Don't just say it. That's a cute quote. You know, we heard that quote a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yes, they are, Paul Hightower. Yes, they are. They're actors. That's all they are. Saints Media says the real question is, are you about that life? Are you? Big Dice says, gotta have a brain first. That's true. That was another, that's a Big Dice. That's why I said, you know, a short time ago, man, there was certain prerequisites that you had to have before you could be outside like that, you know? And I'm gonna start having conversations and doing shows, more shows like this, because I think it's time to remove the mystique and the just lift the curtain or lift the veil about all of this hood shit, you know? And talk about it from what it really is and what it's really about. How it doesn't represent anything good. You can't bring street credit to the bank. You know, you can't go tell an investment banker how much bodies you caught. That don't mean nothing, man. You might be about that life, but life ain't about that. Being a stepper, you can't go get nothing put in your name. You can't live life. It's time for us to really start lifting the veil on that shit, so that shit could stop being so worshipped and promoted. And I'm talking about by us. We got to stop leading with that. We got to stop thinking that's a stripe. That shit don't mean nothing. You got all them stripes, and how many stripes? Because those stripes not gonna mean nothing when you strike out and the judge say 100 years. What all them stripes mean? What all them stripes mean? 100 years. What all them stripes mean then? When you done struck out. Come on, bro. Let's be real. Let's talk reality. See, the street shit, that's not a reality. The reality is that courtroom. The reality is pissing in that cup. The reality is that ankle monitor. That's the reality. The reality is you've been in jail for 20 years and now you got to catch up. You know, now all the applications is on a computer. So you did 20, 25 years. You got to come home and learn how to use a computer. See, that's reality. That's reality. You got to know what an email address is now. Tough guy. What up, blood? What up, cuz? What up, gangster? Do you know how to use an email? You know how to send an email with an attachment? Attach your resume to the email, gangster nigga. Gangster boogie. Gangster. You know how to get on Microsoft Word? You know how to navigate a computer? Turn the computer on, gangster. Turn the computer on. Turn the computer on. Turn the computer on. Do you know how to fill out a check? You was about that life. But you see, life ain't about that now. Hey, Big Dice. And it's not to shit on nobody. It's to really point out how what niggas be thinking is so real isn't. How what niggas be believing is so real isn't. Guess what, nigga? You got to pay your bills online now. Ain't no more I'm going to the place with cash. You got to pay your bills online. Pay your bill. Oh, I got to wait for my girl. All right, gangster. Oh, you gangster, but you got to wait for your girl to pay the bill? I thought you had the money. Just pay it. Gangster. This is why you got to relax and get you some square friends. Get you some niggas that went to school. You know them niggas you used to make fun of when you was on the block? Oh, that nigga pussy, he went to school. Remember that? Uh-huh. Remember you used to say that? Niggas was pussy to be outside. That's why they went to school. See, because that used to be said on the block. Niggas who went to school was pussy. Because you were scared to hustle. That's why you went to school. See, that's how, whatever. But you know what I'm talking about. See, this is the tomfoolery that is spread amongst gangsters. You were scared. That's why you went to school. You scared to get shot. That's why you going to school. This is the shit they used to say. Correct me. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody come out the clouds and tell me, oh, you exaggerating. Tell me. Tell me. Let me know. Oh, you a school nigga. Shut up. We don't want to hear what you got to say. Shut up. You think you know everything, nigga. Go in the house. Go to school. Remember that? Remember that? Remember that? Remember that? Big Dice says no correction needed. Remember that? If you talk proper, you white. Then you jail niggas come home and gotta get square friends. So you can learn how to do emails and how to send your resume out. Yeah. You gotta go get you some square friends. Because your square friends are the ones who actually give a fuck about you. Your square friends are the ones who don't want to go to your funeral, who don't want to pour out Hennessy for you, who don't want you to die for the gang. See? Your square friends want you to have a backyard and put a grill out there and put on an apron and be a grown man. That's what your square friends want, because your square friends know what life is about. You see? Because they ain't about that life. They ain't about that life. They about life. Let me say that again, because I know it went over your head. They not about that life. They about life. You know, when you meet that good girl, yeah, you know that good girl, she don't even curse. She don't even curse. You know that girl. You know the girl that be telling you, babe, calm down. I don't want you to be upset. Not the ones who want to piss you off so they could get this emotion out of you so then you could have some makeup sex with them. No! The women that don't even want you to get riled up like that. She don't like to see you like that, because then she got to go get paper towel and start rubbing the sweat off your head. Then she got to go get you some ice water to calm you down. Yeah, because she want better for you. She wants you to redirect all that passion and all of that powerful energy into something constructive. Because she ain't about that life. She ain't about arguing and riffing to get her point across. She ain't about twisting her neck. She ain't about that life. So what happens when you meet one of them women and now you got to calm down, nigga? You can't be so quick to fly off the handle, because she ain't about that life, bro. She ain't about that life. Right. She got to call your mother, nigga. Yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Because see, you might be about that life. You may be about that life, but life ain't about that. Life ain't about that. But guess what though? Guess what, y'all? You gotta live to find all of this shit out. And that's why I say this is why we gotta have this conversation in front of the younger brothers. Because guess what, younger brothers? Y'all not living long enough to understand what today's message is. Y'all not even living long enough to understand that life ain't about you being about that life. Y'all not even living to understand that. So when you think we not on shit, we ain't talking about nothing, just keep that in mind. He ain't dead. Think about that. See, it ain't over until the casket drops. That's when it's over. So yeah, you could talk that fly shit, but guess what? I've been on this planet for however many years I've been able to survive. I pray you do that, little homie. That's why we have these type of conversations. So maybe this type of conversation can help you live an extra 20 years. You only 22. You only 25. A lot of y'all young dudes, the young steppers, a lot of y'all young dudes, man, y'all was little boys when I was in high school. Come on, man. The name of the game is survival. The name of the game is survival, man. The name of the game is not how many homies you could lose and then how many homies you could kill from the other side. That's not the name of the game. That's not the purpose for war. At some point, there has to be a ceasefire. Y'all not even going to war correctly. Y'all are literally just jumping off cliffs, dying. Come on. Y'all don't see that this stuff is being set up for y'all? In a war, there must be winners. There must be some spoils. What spoils is coming from the drill war? Only thing that's coming behind y'all is more soldiers dying. Yeah. This war that y'all are in, yeah, it's coerced for y'all. It's designed for y'all to lose. You see? To prove you about that life. To later find out that life ain't about that, man. The name of the game is survival. If you don't make it out, if you and none of your homies make it out, if nobody makes it out to tell the war stories, what type of war do you call that? That sounds like a suicide mission. That don't sound like a war to me. That's what that sound like to me. Both sides just get ate up. Hopefully y'all could take something from this show, man. Make sure y'all support today's show. Hit that like button, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. I'm going to play this video one more time. Then we're going to wrap up today's show. But I need y'all to support the show. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. The Cash App is going across the screen. $ DS100 Network. $DS100 Network, man. The super chat is open as well. Y'all support today's show. Support today's show, y'all. I'm going to play this video one more time and then we're going to wrap it up. Shout out to you, my brother. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. L'Oreal. Fair use, YouTube.
Who's the streets, the ones that we consider to be squares, like I always try to make sure I tell them how proud of them I am, because they the strong ones, they the tough guys, they the ones who didn't break. Most of us broke early in life, man. We fell to the pressure, we fell to the temptation, and they came outside the same hood and walked past the same temptation, all the shit that's going on, the peer pressure, and they stayed focused. They stayed focused. They ain't let that shit break them. All the girls calling them lames, not wanting to give them no pussy because they considered to be a square and corny and all that shit. and they still stayed on course. They didn't break. And you got us that going in and out of jail, and we come home and motherfuckers praise us like we did something so good. Like, oh, what you did? Oh, because you ain't tell. Like, oh, yeah, because you was so ignorant. You was ignorant on a high level. We rewarding you, huh? They go some clothes and some money in your pocket. Welcome home. But homie who just did 4 years in college, we ain't got shit for him. And I'm talking about me. Because it's dudes that went to college, came back and seen me, and I ain't have nothing for them. Yo, what's up, yo? I'm proud of you, bro. But my man who come home from jail, niggas trying to figure out how to scramble up some money to get him some outfits and all this shit, man. Straight ass backwards shit. And the ones who we consider to be the squares is the ones that always show up in the end. Those is the real friends. The square ones is the ones that always come and show up in the end and hold you down. They deserve their flowers. They are the real ones, man. Always try to make sure, like, my friends that didn't.
Facts, man. Facts. Shout out to Gotham Ghetto Gospel, man. Shout out to homie, man. That was some real shit. Your truth, my opinion. Salute. Your truth, my opinion. What up, Tom? What's good? Tom says, Sheep, let me be really clear. I'm definitely not about that life. I'm walking in the name of the Lord. Salute to Tom, man. Salute. Nah, that's not Sub-Zero. Big TT. Nah, that's not Sub-Zero. He is from Harlem, though. Son is from Harlem. Appreciate it, Big Dice. Salute the Team Guardian, man. I appreciate y'all. Man. I appreciate everyone for pulling up to today's show. We got some other great shows lined up for next week. Y'all stay tuned, man. I will be having a pre-record drop tomorrow because we will not be doing a show. Of course, it's Saturday. But I did miss a show yesterday, so I was going to do a show, but I got a project to do. So I will be having a pre-record premiering. So y'all stay tuned for that. The pre-record is going to be about me giving my opinion on the whole election thing and the whole Trump. They tried to unalive Trump and all of that stuff. So y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all stay tuned. Champ says we need to hear that more often. Hey, man, I appreciate you, champion. I appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal for coming through today and holding it down. We only had one of our lovely lady mods in today, but shout out to you, Ms. L'Oreal. Shout out to you. I know you came in late. I was going to ask Miss Camille to take over if you didn't come in today, but you're here and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss Camille, for shouting people out before Ms. L'Oreal got in the building. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Shout out to Ms. L'Oreal for coming through and holding it down. Shout out to everyone. If you hit that Cash App, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the show, you would like to donate, $ DS100 Network on Cash App. DS100 Network on Cash App is going across the screen. It's down in the description box as well. Salute to everybody. Don't forget, tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. I'm going to give y'all my take on the whole Trump political thing, and I'm going to give y'all my take on that. So y'all stay tuned for that. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. DS1 Ross, SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to all the visionaries, man, and I'm going to catch y'all next week. Peace.